we delivered and curated a lot of international discussion and a lot of science and evidence, business, pharmaceutical companies, governments, including Germany, Czech Republic and Croatia, to deliver their experiences around medical cannabis and policy. This is important for us here in Ireland because currently, under the criminal law, patients are purchasing their medicine on the streets when they should be purchasing it like they do other medicines in pharmacies with their doctor or in hospital. Someone referred to it as the Web Summit of Medical Cannabis, so we'll go with that. We'll be here again next year. We'll make it a 2-day event. We'll make it bigger. So we're really excited to have this kind of niche global diversity in terms of like medical cannabis events worldwide. This would be one up there at least that has been very diverse in terms of global actors and global leaders in this whole area.
What are kind of some of the big concerns of people that would say that there's not an argument to legalise cannabis use?
I suppose it's a fear that medical cannabis, when it's regulated, because it is inevitable, it will happen, when it's regulated, some people will chance it with their doctors. They might say, I have such and such an ailment, and the fear is that they're only doing that or manipulating their doctor or GP in order to get access to medical cannabis for other reasons, whether it's recreational or whether it's a diversion to the black market. Now, my response to that is we are only looking, if you look at the spectrum of drug use, recreational, therapeutic and medical, we are only looking at medical right now. That includes MS, that includes epilepsy, that includes motor neuron disease and cancer. So for these small amount of patients, there is no risk of diversion because they need it. Especially when it comes to children with epilepsy, there's no risk of diversion because they're children. So, really I think that argument is built out of misconceptions, and part of our job here as campaigners is to dispel those myths. And I think we did today, providing the evidence and the stories, such as Ben Morgan, Tom Curran, Vera Toomey, and other patients delivering their compassionate stories around why they need access to medical cannabis. There is no risk of diversion for them.
Are you kind of feeling excited that we seem to be coming together and having more of a global discussion and moving towards what we kind of ultimately want?
Yeah, I suppose we're always moving forward, and we're at an early stage where we're able now to craft and to really shape the foundation of what this industry might become, this campaign might become. And I think it's very important that we take lessons from other countries who have done this. You look at countries like America, it's a female-led industry. That's really good. They've thought about gender equality. For myself, it's very important to have patient-led. It's very important to allow people who might have, been growing or might have been horticulturists, scientists, GPs who have a criminal record maybe for their own medical use or their own use of cannabis, that they're allowed to integrate into this new industry or model. So one example is the People Before Profit bill for regulating medical cannabis that Gino Kenny proposed. And so we worked with Gino Kenny, and one of the articles that we proposed in that is to allow people with criminal records for drug possession to work in this new industry. So it's all about right now at an early stage to apply and shape these values and to really make those core, because they're at the hindsight, they're at the foresight of this movement. I think it's very important to remember that this is about people. This isn't about anything abstract. While we talk about laws, personally as a human rights lawyer, we talk about laws, we talk about policies. These are all in the abstract. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is the story. It's about patients, it's about people. It's about your father, your mother, your daughter, and potentially anyone could need medical cannabis in the future. So it's really, it's about that. It's patient-led, driven. So for me, that is at the forefront of this movement, and that's the message to be taken away from today.